What's up, my people? Offering time, blessed time. Today we are starting with fundraising for my father's at the National Assembly because as a patriotic Nigerian, I cannot look away. In fact, I am embarrassed that the lawmakers' microphone can be going on and off in the middle of somebody proposing a very important bill.
A stand on this and take a...
Can you imagine what kind of bill was that?
One Adeola fire.
Is he talking about me? Rewind this thing, my brother.
Who alleged on social media.
You say so.
On social media.
Where you go so new? He's trying to call their attention. Anyways, guys, please don't make fun of my father. We don't make fun of people on this show.
And Instagram.
Is Instagram not part of social media? Anyways, let's just continue.
That I, a member of this house, collect basic salary of 2.5 per month, furniture allowance 7.5 million per month, newspaper allowance 1.2 million per month, personal assistant allowance 621,000 per month, and so on.
Okay, so he has a point. We actually already talked about this in the last video last week that we're coming back to the issue of the allowances with corrections. The next video will be about my last video on how much Nigerian lawmakers are making. Some people telling me that that is not how much they get every single month, that some of the allowances are every year. So I'll be doing another video with corrections, but also expatiating on how much they're actually supposed to be getting paid according to the law. And it really pained me that his video came out before my correction video. The only reason that my video was delayed is because I wanted to do a comprehensive job by showing you what the law says that they should be getting paid. I also think that sometimes we forget that they are human. I've seen a lot of people making fun of him. He's just being human, you know. How can somebody say I collected so much money when I did not collect? At the same time, I think sometimes our lawmakers forget that the job of the journalist is to hold them accountable. You need to start getting comfortable with being held accountable. And I know that me doing my job does not mean that I should now be wrong in my analysis. But after saying all that, he said there's still a lot of secrecy around how much they actually get paid. His approach was that of don't ask us questions, and it shouldn't be like that. Okay, so let's talk about that issue that he brought up.
Very interesting for you to know that this Adeola fire does not reside in Nigeria. It's in UK.
Yeah. I know, what is your problem? I was about to talk about something serious. UK people. Before I forget, guys, the Commissioner for Information in Lagos State, that is my father, Mr. Gbenga Omotosho, will be coming on the show this weekend, Saturday, 3 p.m. Nigerian time. Now it is tentative because he has other events. He's trying to show up for us, for you guys. So if you see us go live, it's the one that we will be interviewing about owning properties in Lagos in general. All the demolitions that have been happening. Is it safe to even invest in real estate in Lagos at a time like this? So please join me 3 p.m. Nigerian time. And if he's not able to make it, I would post something on my social media pages. Please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That is where I will be posting, and on TikTok as well. That is actually my father, a real father. By the way, what is my uncle's name? Uncle Leke Abegiden. From Kogi. Why didn't you tell me? It's my uncle. Uncle Migagani. Uncle Leke, Uncle Jaya, but you can see I watch Uncle for you. I did not know that I'm but I should have paid attention to your uniform. That's your hat. The signature on your hat, you know, trying to be like Jagaban somebody. You know, this is not an uncle to roast on the show. No, this is an uncle to defend, and that is what we are going to do today.
It's in UK.
Why do you like trouble? But he has bachelor's, he has master's. It's only geography that he did not pass. But that doesn't give anybody the right to make fun of my father.
This is the same person, December time, when one of our colleagues, maybe by mistake, said trailers of rice were given to members of National Assembly. This same lady was spreading it everywhere that you should ask your representatives, where is your trailers of rice?
Wait, so he knows, first of all, is it that I asked people to ask for their rice, or that I talked about your allowance.
One of our colleagues, maybe by mistake, said trailers of rice were given to members of National Assembly.
Your colleague, maybe by mistake, but Aleke, you see, if not that, I cannot say that an elderly somebody is lying. Uncle, you are making it difficult for me to defend you. This your colleague made a video, Nifa. The man showed us the Christmas rights that he bought with the money that he said the president gave to every one of you to buy for your constituencies.
I want to appreciate President Bola Tinubu for deeming it fit to give all the members of the House of Representatives palliative grains. So here you have 2 trailers of rice. Here is another one. There is 2 trailers of rice here. This is 400 bags. Can you see the rest? All in all, we have 4 trailer load of rice.
How is that? Maybe by mistake. And you know me, I've even moved on this whole rice matter. What you guys don't know is that after my video came out, where I was telling people to ask their lawmakers for their rice, the other lawmakers now bullied that man. The man that made the video, they bullied him. Well, I didn't talk about it before, but they threatened to suspend him as a lawmaker. So out of fear, he now made another video denouncing that the president gave all of them money to buy rice.
That you saw, the one that I expected was actually out of my usual pocket expenses. This is a thing I've done several decades back, except that this year I decided to do more. So these are my own ways of reaching out to the people.
Hey, Jesus!
I do know that some of my colleagues are calling that, your video is putting us in trouble. Let me say very clearly that it's not my intention to put anybody or to set anybody, set the constituency against any member.
Can you imagine? Anybody that speaks the truth like this, anybody that tries to expose them, they will just harass. They will threaten to suspend the person. And if they suspend you, you will not be getting all those fat allowances. So let's address the video that I made. Whenever a Nigerian journalist brings up the issue of how much salary and allowances our lawmakers are getting, they will just show us this document by the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission. This is the document that states how much they should be getting paid according to the law. It was drafted in 2007. 17 years ago. They will say, oh, this is our salary. So according to the law, their salary is supposed to only be 168,000 naira a month. Their vehicle maintenance is supposed to be 126,000 naira a month. Personal assistance allowance is supposed to be 42,000 a month. Domestic staff allowance is supposed to be 126,000 a month. Entertainment 50,000. Utilities 50,000 a month. Newspaper 25,000 a month. Wardrobe allowance 42,000 a month. House maintenance is supposed to be 8,000 per month. And then their constituency development allowance is supposed to be 422,000 naira a month. And then they have some allowances that they should be getting on a yearly basis according to the law. Their accommodation allowance should be 4 million naira per year. That's one of the mistakes that I made. I said 4 million per month in my video. Also, furniture is supposed to be 6 million per year. Recess 200,000 naira per year. Gratuity 6 million per year. And then the vehicle loan allowance is supposed to be 8 million naira per year. Even as I'm reading it to you, I can hear some of you saying, Haba, that cannot be right. And you're right. They get way more than that. And they don't tell us, by the way, how much they actually get paid. But every now and then, it will make news. Like whenever they're trying to secretly award themselves ridiculous amount of money, somehow it would make news. And that is how we get to know how much they're actually getting paid. So to give an example, their vehicle loan. By the way, I don't know why they call it loan, because they don't pay it back, at least according to this lawmaker.
The value of this vehicle depreciates. And at the end of 4 years, the final value, they will ask us to pay and go with the vehicle.
So if you do not want to take it home after 4 years, you leave it?
You leave it.
In some other clients, what you have is that you pay instrumentally for a vehicle like that until you finish paying it.
No,
that is not your case.
Yeah.
So Nigeria is buying these vehicles for these lawmakers.
Yeah.
Every 4 years, they buy them brand new SUVs and they don't pay it back unless they intend on keeping it after their tenure. And even then, they will now sell it to them at a ridiculous amount, claiming that the value has depreciated.
How much did you pay for it then?
I cannot remember now. Cannot remember.
But it was at a ridiculous price because you have used it for 4 years.
Not a reduced.
But at a very reduced price.
Because of the depreciation. depreciation.
So their vehicle loan allowance, according to the law, is supposed to be 8 million naira in a year. Times 4 for one tenor, it's supposed to be 32 million naira for one tenor. But every 4 years, there's an outcry because of the amount they want to spend. Like October of last year, while the whole country was in pain because of the subsidy removal, the effect of the subsidy removal at the time, the price of everything that jumped up, there was a major outcry when Nigerians found out that our lawmakers were allegedly getting 160 million naira for new vehicle loan. It happened to be at the time that we just got $1.5 billion from the World Bank. Billion, not million. And people were upset that were they about to use part of that money to buy themselves brand new vehicles? Anyway, so instead of 8 million a year for vehicle loan, that means 160 divided by 4, they are getting 40 million in a year on vehicle loan. So in my video, instead of saying that they get 10 million every month for vehicle loan, I was supposed to say that they get 40 million a year for vehicle loan. So I really apologize about that. Also, the law says that they should be getting 5 million naira a year in constituency project funds in any of the ministries, but until recently, the rep members were entitled to 100 million a year, the senators to 200 million a year as constituency allowance. And then at the end of last year, it made news because the senators decided to double their own. The rep members were getting from 100, they are now getting 150 million. And then we got to know that not all the senators were getting 400 million, although the senior senators were getting some of them 500 million. But there's no senator that gets less than 200 million a year to develop his or her constituency. They may not be paid the money directly, but that is the amount that they are entitled to use to develop their constituencies.
All of us are called people. Some senators here, so-called senior senators, got 500 million each. I am a ranking senator, I didn't get. Did I go to the press? Most of you got.
So if someone is getting 200 million in a year to develop their constituency, that means the person will be getting 16 million every month for their constituency development. For those that are being paid 400 million or 500 million, they will be getting at least 32 million every month towards the development of their constituency. And I was right about that in my video. Another allowance that made news in July of last year was that they were going to allegedly spend 70 billion for furniture allowance and repairs.
The Senate has defended the controversy surrounding the 70 billion naira allocated to the National Assembly, that the 70 billion naira was not meant for individual federal lawmakers, but for facelift of the National Assembly.
We also know that they don't get 42,000 a month for their personal assistants as stated by the law. Otherwise, they will be fighting for their personal assistants to get an increase in minimum wage. And we've had instances where the aides will protest several months of unpaid salaries. In 2016, by the way, the News Agency of Nigeria revealed that in addition to them having regular aides, that the principal officers of both chambers have special assistants, senior special assistants, and special advisors of varying numbers, with some of them getting a minimum of 950,000 naira per month. And then it was later reduced to 400,000 naira per month. That was 8 years ago. And then in 2015, there was an outcry that some of our senators were about to get 21 million naira as wardrobe allowance for a year. Remember, that was when Uncle Bukola Saraki was the Senate president. He said that the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission will meet with him to clear the air. He didn't show us how much he got. Instead, he announced that, oh, they've met with him, they've cleared the air. It's actually 500,000 naira for wardrobe allowance. That is still not what is stated on the Revenue Mobilization Allocation Commission's website. If you go on their website today, this document that I'm showing you is what you will find. Now, besides all this that we know, because, you know, those ones made news, our honorable lawmakers have allegedly devised so many other illegal ways to pay themselves at different committees that they are heading because of the lack of transparency with which the National Assembly operates. Also, sometimes when they set up a committee to probe corruption, they will allegedly collect bribe and then look away. Like this story by Premium Times, where they were investigating job racketeering in government parastatals. They were extorting money from heads of federal ministries, departments and agencies, including those of tertiary institutions across the country. They were supposed to investigate these people. Allegedly, well. And a lot of times, the projects that they are supposed to execute in their various constituencies, they will be the ones that will bring the contractors, which sometimes means that the contractor has to bribe them, allegedly, to get the job. And then let's not forget that Senator Akpabio recently announced that they will all be getting 2 million naira for a 7-week vacation.
In order to enable all of us to enjoy our holidays, a token has been sent to our various accounts.
It's so good that when governors leave office, they want to be lawmakers because they've devised so many methods, so many ways of paying themselves. When you put all this together, all that I've told you, some of them actually make way more than I reported, like the senior ones, for example. Unfortunately, most of them are not willing to reveal exactly how much they get paid with evidence like pay slips, bank deposits. So we have to go by the numbers that are public. I mean, we wouldn't even have any idea until former Senator Shehu Sani said that they were getting $37,000 every month. So this man is not just directing his statement at me, he's also directing it at all the media companies that have reported the numbers that I reported. It's because they are not forthcoming. But hopefully now that Honorable Leke is outspoken, I am extending an open invitation to him to come on the show with his pay stubs and bank statements, if you will, sir, to clear the air and let us know exactly how much you get paid.
I put up my salary to the whole world for them to see. What is it that we are hiding? We are not hiding anything in this holy chamber.
Once again, he's referring to this document.
I want to bet it with you. There are some members that cannot survive more than 5 days with their salaries.
Wow. The level of insensitivity, let's just end the show, right? Now, in case any lawmaker is watching, and I know I joke a lot, but guys, there's a reason why you are representing the people. It's an opportunity to change lives. I don't know how some of you have peace when you sleep at night, knowing that your people are in poverty and you have the power, the resources to change their lives. Not one of you, by the way, will take the money in your bank accounts to the grave. You won't. All we are saying is the Tinubu's administration has been saying that we the people should make sacrifice. The people have been sacrificing for a long time. When will it be the turn of the politicians to make sacrifices? By the way, we've not even talked about what our governors and our ministers are getting paid. The one thing that is clear to me though is that we need to do fundraising for them to buy microphone and for them to be able to survive beyond 5 days. Can you imagine that insult? Real quick, some people have been asking me about the update on Vesti. Those that were selected in the lottery, some of them have started getting visa interview dates for next month. So I'm so excited. We're keeping our fingers crossed and they should start coming by September. Now, if there's anybody that was selected and you did not follow through, I don't know, maybe they still have 1 week or something. I don't even know if you have enough time. If you've already done your West evaluation, please follow through with this opportunity. Don't miss out on that opportunity before it closes. Also, if you have an idea that you want to teach people online, you want to do an online course, Paya Business School is offering a training in how to set up an online course. They will guide you step by step how you can set up a course for anyone, anywhere in the world to pay you to watch a pre-recorded course, and this will generate good income for you. Please contact them. Their price is $295, and you can use this training to prepare several courses that you can teach people online, and it will just be a recurring payment. They will pay you. They watch the video that you've already done.
There are some members that cannot survive more than 5 days with their salaries.
Where's my... You know what? That's it. I'm going to fire you. You have...